Okay, we'll probably just get started and then schools can log in and join. So at the moment, welcome Kingston Meadow Year 12s. Today is our industry insight session for apprenticeships. And today we're joined by Scott and Paige, who will talk you through all about apprenticeships, the routes, how to apply, everything that you need to know about apprenticeships. So I'm not going to talk too much. If you have any questions, pop questions in the chat or ask your teacher to. And we will address all of the questions at the end. Okay, so Scott and Paige, I will pass over to you.
Great, thanks, Amy. So yeah, good morning, everyone. Thanks for taking the time to join us on our session today. So my name's Scott Irwin. I'm a regional employer engagement manager at Baltic Apprenticeships, and today I'm joined by my colleague Paige Teasdale, who is our recruitment quality executive. So on the session today, we're primarily going to focus on raising the awareness of apprenticeships, and we're going to do that by putting a data spin-off on the session as well. So lots of information around data and data apprenticeships and what the industry is doing. So I'm just going to share my screen with you all now. And hopefully that's everyone can see that. So just very quickly, we're going to just let you know who Baltic are and what we do. So at Baltic, we've got a vision that we want to create sustainable tech and digital apprenticeship opportunities. We want to identify new talent, which is why we're having this conversation today. But also we want to help develop your skills and knowledge around the particular route that you decide to take for your apprenticeship. And our aim is to innovate, educate and collaborate with employers right across the region. So these are the apprenticeship programs that we offer. So we do data technician at level 3 and data analyst at level 4, which we're going to talk about more today. We offer a digital marketing level 3 apprenticeship and marketing executive. So if you enjoy writing, you're a creative person, you're passionate, then that potentially could be a good route for you to explore. And we also offer our level 3 data technician and network engineer at level 4. So if you're quite a techie person, your friends and your family come to you to help them with their technical problems, or you have built or customized your own PC at home, then the infrastructure technician apprenticeship in particular might be a good option for you to explore. And then finally, we do offer our software development apprenticeships at level 3 and level 4. And if you enjoy online gaming or you've studied computer science or computer programming, again, that could be a good option for you to explore as an apprenticeship. So next, I'm just basically going to run through kind of why data is important. So we know of speaking to lots of businesses across the Northeast that they're drowning in data, and they don't have the skills from their current workforce to help them use the data in the way that they want to. And where businesses get their data from is sensors, social media, and software systems. So again, directors and managers are finding not being able to utilize the data in the way that they want to learn more about their customers, to learn more about the companies that they work with. Very, very frustrating. So we're promoting as a section on today's talk our data apprenticeships, because fundamentally it's a really good route way for you to explore, and the sector, the digital and tech sector is telling us that if that there's going to be a data skills crisis by 2023. So you guys essentially are the next generation of tech talent, and having a career in data is you're kind of future proofing yourself for a job, really, which is always good to see. So these are some of the clients that we currently work with at Baltic Apprenticeships. And what I'm going to try and do, because data can be very complicated and very confusing, is just give you one example of a company that we work with and how they use their data. MediaWorks are a company that are based in Gateshead. They're a fantastic organisation. They've got some amazing companies that they work with across many different sectors. They work with kind of Ralph Lauren, Quiz, House of Fraser. So, you know, really, really well-known and popular brands. And we all, or most people, have Facebook, and when you get an advert that pops up on Facebook, it's normally because you've searched something on Google or another search engine, and basically on Facebook, you'll get an advert pop up for the same thing or something similar to what you've searched for. Very similar as well with regards to your shopping basket. So if you're shopping on Amazon or ASOS and you add something, there's a section that comes up at the bottom along the lines of, you know, complete the look, or this is something that also you might be interested in, or other people bought this item. And that is companies using your data securely to increase profitability and fundamentally influence the market which they work in. So I just wanted to try and kind of share with you an example of how one of the amazing companies that we work with will use their data. So just kind of moving on to some of the apprenticeships that we offer. So we offer the level 3 data technician apprenticeship. So a level 3 apprenticeship is the equivalent of your A levels. On this program, basically, we will teach you the fundamentals of data. We'll teach you how to find data. We'll teach you how to cleanse data. We will also teach you how to present data. And you know, you will present the data to various different people. Typical job roles that you can apply for is data technician, a junior information analyst, database technician, or a junior data analyst. So some really good and interesting jobs that you can apply for. And once you've completed your level 3 apprenticeship, we want you to continue your learning, continuing to progress, and continue to kind of develop your skills. So when you progress onto the data analyst apprenticeship, you will do everything that you did at level 3, but obviously it'll be more in depth and more complex. But also you'll get into the analytical side of things, which is where your attention to detail and thoroughness will be really, really important. So essentially, you will analyze data and then suggest how you can make business improvements, and basically how, based on the data that you found, you will be a solutions-driven person. So typically, the job roles for people who are in that field are data scientists, data architectures, data engineers. So again, really well paid and highly skilled and highly sought after roles. So that's enough for me for now. So what I'm going to do is just play a video from Bethany, and she's a data analyst apprentice, and she works at Nicholas Postgate Catholic Academy Trust, based in the Northeast. And I think I'm just having a little technical issue, so if you bear with us for 1 second. If you just bear with me for 1 second, sorry, I'm not sure why this isn't playing.
Oh.
Hi guys, sorry, I'm not sure why our video is not playing. We'll show the video at the end. Paige, do you want to introduce yourself and explain what your role is at Baltic and how someone can apply for an apprenticeship?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as Scott's just mentioned, my name's Paige. I'm the Recruitment Quality Executive here at Baltic. So basically what that means is I make sure that people in so candidates such as yourself, if you're applying for roles with us, you are you go through the recruitment process, you get a good experience, and ultimately make sure that we are placing you in the right role so that you can start your chosen career. Now, I know you didn't watch the video, but what Bethany says, and we'll see at the end, was in order to start your career, it's important that you think about, you know, you as a person, your personal attributes, your interests, things that make you passionate, and that ultimately will help you start your career. So in order to do that, once you've made that decision, what I would advise you to do in terms of applying with us at Baltic is you have a look on our website, you have a look at the roles. They'll be regional specific, so you'll be able to have a look at what's around you. I know we're talking about data at the moment in this presentation, but if it was digital marketing, IT, fill out an application form, and what will happen is that will go through to our dedicated recruitment team. It's a team of highly skilled, highly trained recruiters who have a lot of experience in working with people such as yourself looking to start their career. Once they've received your application form, they'll have a look through it, they'll have a little look over your CV, and then they'll get in touch with you. So they'll talk you through the role that you've applied for. We call it our screening process, but it's nothing too heavy. It's literally just getting to know you, finding out why you're looking to do an apprenticeship, why in this chosen field, what you're interested in, what your experience is, and then we'll tell you a little bit about us in a bit more detail. So we'll talk a bit about the programme, how that's delivered, you know, what you can expect to happen after. So, and then, like I say, we'll take you through the recruitment process, and then once you've passed it, we'll happily put you forward for interview. Now, if for whatever reason you don't pass a screening test, we can set you off with some resources that'll just help build your skills and knowledge. And by all means, then you come back to us and we'll help you and we'll pass you on the screening process and help you find that role. So once you've been put forward, we'll send your CV over to the employer, which will have gone over previously. We'll have sent you some tips and we'll talk you through it on the phone, how to improve your CV to make it the best possible standard, so that once you go over to the companies that we work with, you're putting your best foot forward and they're seeing the best of you on one piece of paper. When they are happy to interview you, we'll do our interview prep with you too. So that'll just talk you through example questions that you might get. We'll talk you, I know for a lot of you might have never been through for an interview before, so we'll talk through dress code, we'll talk through how to conduct yourself, answer any questions that you might have and reassure you on the day as well. So yeah, once you've had your interview, we'll get some feedback, and if the business, if they want to do a work trial, we'll put you through for a work trial. So that can last a day, 2 days, a week maybe, and that's just for them to get a feel for you, but also for you to get a feel for the business and for the role as well, because we want you to start your career and we want you to be happy and you to feel confident and comfortable. So if everybody's happy, that's when we'll offer you the role, and we'll start you on your career. If you, for whatever reason, you aren't successful, you'll go into our talent pool because you've already passed our screening process, and if any roles do come up, we'll speak to you about them. We'll make sure you're happy to be put forward for it, and then again we'll prep you for the interview and so on. But we also have a team of business consultants who will spec out your CV to either current employers for our account management team, or we'll put you forward to new companies that we're talking to, you know, so that we can show that we have true talent within the business. And we also can spec you out on social media as well. So we do anything that we can to make sure that we're placing the right candidate, or such as yourself, the right person in the right roles with the right people. And yeah, hopefully we just want to start as many careers as possible. So we say, if you guys, you know, if it's not data that maybe is sparking your interest in something else, get in touch with us, have a look on our website, get the ball rolling, or even if you've just got a few questions, by all means, give our recruitment team a ring and we'd be more than happy to help.
That's great. Thanks for that, Paige. So yeah, so I'm hoping now that I've managed to fix the technical issue and we can play the video, and then once we've done that, we can take questions at the end. So yeah, if you just bear with me for 1 second. No, I'm not sure this is going to want to work. Yeah, so it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get the video to work. Has anyone got any questions they would like to ask? Is there any questions, Amy?
Let's just have a look. Oh, yeah. Someone's asked, can you start as a level 4? Do you want to maybe explain what the difference between a level 3 and a 4 is?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then can you start at level 4? Yeah.
Yeah, so a level 3 apprenticeship is kind of the equivalent of an A level. A level 4 apprenticeship is like your first year and a half at university. So basically, the team that Paige works in, they will have a conversation with you, find out what your current skill set is, what your current grades are and your qualifications, and basically we will make a suggestion to you on what level apprenticeship it's best for you to start at. I think, as some advice, we get some employers who want to recruit at level 4, but it is a lot less than employers who want to recruit at level 3. So what you don't want to do is minimize your options. But as an example, if you've done computer science A level and you want to go onto a level 4 software developer apprenticeship, then that is a likely route way that you can take. So I think what we would do is, as a responsible training provider, we obviously want to make sure that we give you the correct advice and guidance. So like I say, like Paige said, we'll have a conversation with you, speak about your skills and your experience and what your previous qualifications are, and then we'll make a recommendation to you. But in short, the answer is yes.
Okay, next question. What kind of salary typically are these roles?
So when you start on your apprenticeship, so we'll use data as an example because it is an upcoming skill. So when you start your apprenticeship at level 3, typical salary for that in the Northeast is probably between 10 and 15,000 a year. As you progress on your level 4 data analyst apprenticeship, you'd be looking at 20,000 a year plus. So yeah, and then after that, sky's the limit really. But yeah, and then kind of typically for an IT apprentice, software apprentice, digital marketing, again in the Northeast, starting salary at level 3, you're looking at around 10,000. And then again, as you progress, you're looking at kind of onto the level 4, 15 to 18,000 per annum. And then again, we would expect once you finish your level 4 apprenticeship for your salary to increase again significantly.
Okay. Any more questions? I have one actually. Let's answer this one first. So actually, can you have training beyond level 4 on these apprenticeships, or is that dependent on the organisation?
Yeah, again, it's massively dependent on the company. I think for me, something that organisations always look for are for people that want to continue and learn and develop. Obviously, there is a financial aspect, the learning, the training's never free, and, so there is a financial aspect to consider. But I think employers are looking for people who are keen to progress and who want to learn and who want to continue to develop. And I see that as a really positive thing. We partner with a number of the universities. So as an example, Newcastle University, they offer a level 6 data engineering apprenticeship. So we're hoping that in the future, if you finish your level 4 data apprenticeship with Baltic, you've then got 3 or 4 years experience within the industry, then you would be able to enroll onto a level 6 qualification, which is a master's.
Okay. Can you explain the benefits of doing an apprenticeship?
Yeah, absolutely. So you get paid while while you work, so you get a salary, which is great. A lot of organisations that we talk to would take experience over qualification, but actually by doing an apprenticeship, you're going to get both. You get real industry experience. 94% of our apprentices get kept on by the employer once they've completed their apprenticeship, which is a stat obviously that we're very, very proud of. You can do other training alongside your apprenticeship if that's something that you wanted to. So in the tech and digital sector, specifically in IT, there's kind of Microsoft and Cisco and CompTIA qualifications that you can do as part of your apprenticeship and also alongside your apprenticeship. So yeah, lots of benefits, but fundamentally it's an opportunity for you as a person to get a foot in the door with that company and kickstart your career.
Okay. So an apprenticeship is obviously, divided between work and study, and obviously you study alongside working full-time and earning a salary. What's the balance between work and study? Like, how many days would you be at college? How many days would you be working?
Yeah.
What's that balance?
Yeah, so it doesn't matter what apprenticeship you do. The training side of things is 20% apprenticeship, 80% job. The way that I would look at your apprenticeship is it's a job with training. That's the best way to look at it. So 20% of your time will be spent either on training with Baltic. We deliver our apprenticeships in the smart classroom, which is fantastic. We've done that for over 5 years. It isn't something where we've taken that approach because of the pandemic. So we're actually leading the way in the market and the industry with regards to delivering our apprenticeships via the smart classroom. Yeah, so really, it's you kind of will do 15 to 20% with Baltic training, support from your learner mentors, and then you'll have some assignments and assessments that you complete in the workplace. But again, in technology, you're always learning. So the 20% learning is very, very easy to evidence because there's never a day where you're not going to learn anything in technology. There'll always be something that comes up where you will lean on a mentor in the business, or you might even Google it, and use initiative to find out a solution to a problem, which, for me is an excellent way to do it. Yeah,
very true. How competitive are the roles? So, how many applications would you get per apprenticeship?
Yeah, I think Paige is probably going to be better suited to answer that. I can see her smiling away. So she works in our recruitment team, so I'll let her answer that one.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the role. It depends on the company. It can depend on the area. So in terms of how competitive it is, it just depends. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that if you felt like it was going to be competitive to let it put you off, because as many people were getting applying, we're getting so many roles coming in, and new adverts going up on the website. So like I say, once you go in through the screening process, you're in our talent pool. So, you know, you'll have a designated recruiter, so they know you're on their radar and they're looking. So you may not be successful in a really competitive one, but there might be another one that is actually more suited towards you. So apprenticeships can be competitive, but I wouldn't let that put you off, because there's something out there for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. I think just what Paige has said. Paige, just jump on mute for us a sec. Cheers. So yeah, so just to add what Paige has said, we have, you know, around 750 learners on program with us at the moment. Because of the digital skills gap, more and more businesses want to explore the route of an apprenticeship. So I think for us, as Paige mentioned, you know, let's have a conversation with you, find out what you're passionate about, and I'm absolutely sure that there'll be an employer out there who they like you like them, and it's a really good partnership.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One other thing as well. So, you know, tech and digital roles are really, really vital. There are thousands coming up in the Northeast every day, and I know that some students on today will be really, really keen for digital roles, but some students may be more interested in other apprenticeships in different sectors. Do you know what other sectors are hiring apprenticeships, or, you know, do you work with other sectors at all?
Yeah, so I mean, we're a digital and tech apprenticeship provider, but we've very much got our fingers on the pulse across the region. And you're looking at, you know, healthcare, science, engineering is starting to pick back up again. So, you know, we will share our details with you guys, and if anyone wants kind of some advice and guidance on where the best places to look at where they can start an apprenticeship in a different sector to IT and digital, we're definitely here to help. But yeah, there's, you know, you could use the .gov website, apprenticeships, the National Apprenticeship Service website, and that'll list all of the current vacancies on there. You know, so, and that website will, if you find a job, tell you who the provider or the employer is, and you can always contact them directly as well.
Yeah. Can you think of any, you know, careers that would come out doing an apprenticeship? Like, what sort of roles do you think people can go on to? I mean, I know people who have become directors and managers and things like that. Is that still a possibility these days, or?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, even at Baltic, Brooke, she started off as a marketing apprentice, over 10 years ago, when she was 17, and she's now our innovation director at Baltic. And basically, her sole responsibility is to make sure that our apprentices have a positive learning experience. Mm-hmm. So again, you know, 10 years ago, Brooke started at 17. She's only 27 now, and she's already a director at Baltic. So absolutely, you know, but there's so many organisations that we go to, and the senior management team and the owners and the directors of the businesses say they're passionate about apprenticeships because they did one themselves, and that's how they started their career.
Yeah, that's good. That's great to know that there's opportunity out there.
Yeah, definitely.
I think, any last questions? I think someone's typing. I think we've probably got time for one more, and then that'll be it. I think we'll see if there's a question. No, it's a link to the video you were trying to play.
Yes.
Okay,
I think, yeah, we've had some technical problems this morning, but the video is great, and Bethany's fantastic. You know, she is a perfect example of someone who wanted to get a career in data, was very analytical, good at maths, good with numbers, didn't really know where to turn, and she's doing exceptionally well, and we're very, very happy for her. But I think just one last thing to add from me. We've got lots of vacancies advertised across the Northeast at the moment. Some in data, some are in digital marketing, some are in software development, some are in IT. So if you head along to balticapprenticeships.com, all of our apprenticeship vacancies are on there. and Paige and her team would love to have a conversation with you.
Amazing. That's great to know. Well, hopefully some of the students on here today will do just that, and hopefully we'll have lots of budding new apprenticeships in the next few years.
Yeah.
Any more questions? If any students have any more questions, you can get your teacher to give me or Jill McKinney an email, and we'll forward them on to Scott and get answers for Scott and Paige, and get answers for you. But I think that is pretty much all we have time for. Thank you guys so much for logging on. We hope it was of use to you, and hopefully you got something out of it. So yeah, you are free to go back to your lessons. Teachers, thanks for logging on.
Great. Cheers. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.